EastEnders reveals Ross's desperate plan amid Vicki exit fears. Will it be a flying visit? This week, Vicki returned to Albert Square for her Uncle Martin's funeral, arriving with her new boyfriend Ross and his teenage son Joel. Her new romance is a surprise to Sharon Watts and an even bigger surprise to Alfie Moon, who assumed that she was still in a relationship with his brother Spencer in Australia. But it seems that Vicki and Ross have some serious financial troubles, as this week Ross is keen to ask the likes of Sharon and Ian Beale for money. The financial mystery leads Sharon to confront Vicki about the situation, and there is growing tension between the sisters. But in scenes that will air next week, the day of Martin's funeral arrives, and Sharon and Vicki try to compose themselves, supporting one another through their grief. Ross decides to go to the service with Vicki, as he is worried about his partner. However, Sharon doesn't approve of his attendance, considering Alfie is angry with him following his arrival. After the funeral, Ross strives to put things right with Sharon by apologising for upsetting Alfie, but Sharon insists that she won't be won over so easily and isn't convinced by his smooth talking. He then takes a mysterious phone call, which proves to be important, as Ross makes it his mission to persuade Vicki to stay in Walford for longer than they had intended. While Ross is desperate to keep Vicki in Albert Square, she has already booked flights for them to return home to the other side of the world. He isn't able to convince her to stay himself, so he tries another tactic and attempts to manipulate Ian into encouraging her to change her mind. Vicki is keen to return to look after her grieving mum Michelle, but Ross insinuates to Ian that it's Mark Jr. who needs to step up, not her. Later, Vicki receives a call from Michelle, and it looks like Ross's plan might just have worked perfectly. Why does Ross want Vicki to stay in Walford, and will she decide to stick around?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Trailer TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.